Level 1, the first credit card. You are 19 years old and a table is set up outside the campus bookstore with a bowl of free t-shirts and a laptop. Sign up in 3 minutes. Walk away with a card and a free hoodie. The limit is $500. You do not need $500 today. But there is a textbook you want and a plane ticket home for winter break, and $500 feels less like debt and more like a safety net that appeared out of nowhere. You buy the textbook. You buy the ticket. The statement comes 30 days later. Minimum payment, $25. You pay it. You do not read the part about the interest rate. Nobody reads that part at 19. The card sits in your wallet, mostly empty, mostly harmless. This is the most important thing about level 1, and the thing that misleads people about every level that follows. The debt was small. The relief was large. The math had not caught up yet. Level 2, the balance that stops going down. You are 22, out of school, in your first real job that pays less than you expected rent to cost. The card that once carried $500 now carries $3,400. Not from one purchase, from 100 small ones. A security deposit, a car repair, 3 months where rent ate the whole paycheck, and the difference went on plastic. You start paying more than the minimum, $150 a month, and you watch the number barely move. This is when you learn what APR actually means. 24.9%. Your $150 payment, $70 of it disappears into interest before it touches the actual balance you owe. You are running on a treadmill built specifically to look like a staircase. You open a second card to consolidate. Lower promotional rate, 0% for 12 months. You move the balance. You feel like you solved something. You did not solve anything. You bought yourself a year. Level 3, the second card fills up too. You are 24. The promotional rate expired quietly, the way they are designed to. It jumped to 26.9% the month you weren't looking. You now carry balances on 2 cards totaling $7,100. Your minimum payments alone are $310 a month, more than your car payment. You are not buying anything new, not really. Groceries, gas, a dentist bill your insurance didn't fully cover. The debt is no longer discretionary. It is structural. It is load-bearing. You calculate one night how long it would take to pay it off at your current rate. The number the calculator gives you is 19 years. You close the tab. You do not calculate it again for a long time. Level 4, the collections call. You are 26. You missed a payment. Not because you forgot, because the choice that month was the card or the electric bill, and the electric bill won. 30 days late becomes 60. A number you don't recognize calls at 8:14 a.m. The voice on the other end is calm and practiced. She has a script and she uses it. She is not cruel. She is doing a job that exists specifically because people like you exist in numbers large enough to justify the job. She offers a settlement, 60 cents on the dollar if you can pay today. You do not have today's version of that money. You negotiate a payment plan instead. Your credit score, which you have checked exactly twice in your life, drops 80 points in a single reporting cycle. You did not see it happen. You only see the number after. Level 5, the car repossession. You are 28. The debt has metastasized beyond the cards now. A personal loan you took to consolidate the cards, which is its own kind of joke, and a car loan that got 45 days behind while you triaged which bills got paid and which got promises. A tow truck takes the car from your apartment complex parking lot at 6 a.m. You watch from the window in your pajamas. There is no confrontation, no drama. A man attaches a chain, checks a clipboard, drives away. You call the lender. They confirm the repossession, tell you the remaining balance you still owe, the deficiency balance, the gap between what the car sold for at auction and what you owed, is $6,200. You no longer have the car. You still have the debt from the car. This is the part nobody explains to you beforehand. Losing the thing does not end the obligation. It just removes the thing. Level 6, the wage garnishment. You are 30. One of the creditors sued you. Not dramatically, just a certified letter you didn't open in time. A default judgment entered in your absence because you never showed up to argue your side. Your employer's HR department calls you into a small, windowless office. They are required by law to withhold 25% of your disposable earnings starting next pay period. Your take-home pay drops by a quarter overnight, with no negotiation, no plan, no phone call to a settlement line. It simply happens, automatically, month after month, until the judgment is satisfied or your job changes. You do the math on a napkin at lunch. At this rate, the garnishment runs for 4 more years. You have colleagues who have no idea. You smile in meetings the same as before. The garnishment is invisible to everyone except your bank account and the woman in payroll who processes it. Level 7, the choice everyone warns you never to make. You are 32. A medical bill from an ER visit. $14,000, out of network. The ambulance took you to the nearest hospital, and nobody asked your insurance network before they did. You put it on a card because a collections agency for medical debt moves faster and hits harder than most people expect. The card that carries it now sits at $19,800 combined across accounts. You have started avoiding your own mailbox. You have started answering unknown numbers with silence, letting them go to voicemail, deleting the voicemail without listening. This is not laziness. This is what psychologists call debt avoidance behavior, and it is one of the most common and most damaging stages in this entire system, because every unopened letter is a deadline you are no longer tracking, and every untracked deadline becomes a default judgment you don't know is coming. Level 8, bankruptcy court. You are 34. A lawyer you found through a friend of a friend who works on a flat fee because Chapter 7 clients rarely have money for hourly billing, walks you through the filing. The total debt discharged, $61,000 across cards, the deficiency balance, the medical bill, 2 personal loans. The process takes about 4 months. You attend 1 hearing. A trustee asks you a series of flat questions for 11 minutes. Did you transfer any property in the last 2 years? Do you expect an inheritance? Is this information accurate to the best of your knowledge? You answer yes, no, yes. The debt is discharged. On paper, you owe nothing. In practice, the bankruptcy sits on your credit report for 10 years. Not 11 months, not 2 years, a full decade. Visible to every landlord, every lender, every employer who runs a credit check as part of a hiring process in the states where that is still legal. You are debt-free and radioactive at the same time. Level 9, the rebuild and the real sentence. You are 36. You have a secured credit card now. $300 limit, backed by a $300 deposit you had to save for 6 months to afford, because no unsecured card would approve you. You use it for gas, pay it off in full every month, a discipline you did not have at 19, and now practice like a religion. Your score climbs slowly, 40 points in the first year, another 60 in the second. An apartment application gets rejected because of the bankruptcy flag. The landlord doesn't call to discuss it. The software rejects it before a human sees your name. You find a landlord who takes a larger deposit instead. A car loan gets approved at 19.9% interest, a rate that would have insulted you at 22 and now feels like a lifeline because 19.9% is the rate available to someone with your history, and someone with your history takes what is offered. The debt is gone. The record of the debt is not. That is the shape debt takes once you understand the whole system. It is not a balance. It is a biography. The bankruptcy court declared the account settled. The account was never really about the money. It was about what the money revealed to every institution that would ever look at you again. The landlords, the lenders, the employers, the insurance underwriters who price your premiums slightly higher because statistically, people with your history file more claims. Nobody tells you this at 19, standing at the folding table outside the bookstore, holding a free t-shirt and a card with a $500 limit. Nobody mentions that the number on that first statement is not the actual cost. The actual cost arrives in installments, over 17 years, in the form of every door that opens a little slower and every rate that runs a little higher, long after the original balance is a number nobody but you remembers. You made the choices that produced this. That is true. It is also true that a promotional rate is engineered to expire quietly, that a medical bill can arrive out of network without your consent, that a certified letter can become a default judgment if it sits unopened for the wrong 2 weeks. Both things are true at once. The decisions and the system built to profit from exactly the decisions people make when they are 19, or 24, or standing in an ER with no time to ask which hospital is in network. Understanding both is not the same as excusing either. It is simply the whole picture, and the whole picture is the only one worth looking at. You make your card payment on the 4th of the month now, the same day, every month, on purpose. The balance is $0 when the statement closes. You read every line of it anyway. If this one changed how you see the number on your statement, share it. Subscribe if you are new here. Every week this channel goes somewhere most people only ever look at from the outside.